Hey, what's up, YouTube family? Welcome back to another video. So, hey, we all develop habits over time, and this is also true when it comes to our financial life. But these habits that we develop, these habits are either going to be good habits or they're going to be bad habits that we develop. And that's exactly what I want to talk with you guys about and share with you guys in this video is I want to share 5 habits that are keeping you poor. But before we go ahead and jump right into this video, I just have one favor to ask of you guys, and that's if you guys could find right beneath this video, if you could find that thumbs up button, if you could just tap that thumbs up button for me, I would really appreciate it. It would really help out my channel a lot with the YouTube algorithm. And like I said, I would just really appreciate it. And, I would really appreciate your support for my channel here on YouTube. And with that being said, thank you so much for taking the time to do that. I really appreciate it. And let's go ahead and jump right into this video. All right, you guys. So, habit number 1 that I got to share with you guys that's, keeping you guys poor is just by simply not paying off the debt that you have. And, you know, this is really terrible because one, that means you've gone into debt, period, and that's bad enough. But not only have you gone into debt, but you're not making it a point to get rid of that debt. You're just taking your time with it, paying all the interest that, is accumulated over time onto that interest because, you're just making minimum payments and just slowly paying off that debt over time. So, I mean, my personal recommendation when it comes to this is that you get debt free as soon as you're physically possible to become debt free. I'll put some other videos that I have here on my YouTube channel. I'll post them down in the description box below so that way you can watch those videos, and those videos will show you the best ways and strategies to pay off your debt so that way you can become debt free. Because it's about time that we go ahead and get rid of that debt because that's the whole point of this video. I want to share with you guys these habits that are keeping you poor, when it comes to your financial life. And, I'm not saying that I'm perfect and I'm only able to tell you these, I'm able to share these strategies with you and share these habits with you because I myself have made a lot of these, mistakes and have developed a lot of these habits over the years. And now I've corrected them. So I just want to, pass this information on to you guys so that way you guys can use it for yourselves and for your financial life. So that way you don't have to struggle like the way that I did. So, like I said, I recommend very much so that you go ahead and start paying off the debts that you have. Be sure, like I said, to check out those videos about paying off your debt and the strategies to do so. Like I said, I'll put those down in the description box below. And I mean, also, not only pay off the debt that you have, but make it a point and a commitment to just not accumulate or get into any more debt. Just basically swear off all debt going forward because, like I said, this is just a bad habit that we developed. Maybe we, just saw our family do things like that, like rack up credit card debt and, buy things that we couldn't afford. And, we just developed this habit over time. And now here it goes. We have that habit for ourselves, and it's really keeping us poor and holding us back, from just ultimately obtaining wealth and building wealth and just overall doing well with our finances. So that's the first one that I have for that's the first money habit that I have with you guys that is keeping you poor. All right, so habit number 2 is simply not having a plan when it comes to your financial future. And, like that old saying goes, if you fail to plan, essentially you might as well plan to fail because you have no roadmap, no clear path on where you're going or how to get there or where you ultimately want to end up at. And you need, especially when it comes to your financial life, you need to have some clear end goal, some clear path on how to get to that end goal. And for so many people, it's very true that they just have no kind of plan or no kind of goal that they're working towards, and there's no plan in place to help them reach that end goal. And again, this is just another financial habit that people have developed that is keeping you poor. And what can you do if this is the case? my personal recommendation again is just, take a look at the income that you have, and, just, commit to making some type of a plan. Are you going to save a certain amount of money? Are you going to, invest a certain amount of money? Are you going to, commit a certain amount to your 401k? If you haven't even set up or signed up for your 401k, maybe that's a good place to start. Just say, okay, I want to open and enroll in my 401k, so now I can, slowly start to, commit a certain amount of money, to my 401k for my retirement, for, my future. Again, that's what this is all about, your financial future. Creating and setting up some type of plan for your financial future. Whatever that is for you, only you know what you want your financial future to look like. But like I said, my personal recommendation is just take some time out to think about what you want your financial future to look like, and just slowly start, making and taking the steps that are going to put you in the best situation possible to reach that financial goal. So, the third bad habit that I want to talk with you guys about that's keeping you guys poor is by simply spending too much or overspending on wants, and you're telling yourself that these are needs when they're not really needs, they're just wants. So, the easier way to say this would be you're basically just spending too much on the things that you want, and you're rationalizing it by telling yourself that, these are needs, and they're not. They're not essential things that you need. And what this is ultimately causing you to do is, spend more of your, hard-earned money than you need to be spending. Now, I'm not saying not to spend any of your money on, wants, but, I think you would agree with me that you're probably spending, way too much money on things that you just want. And, you can significantly cut back on that type of spending that you're doing. And, again, this has developed into, a bad habit over time. It started just, little by little, just, oh yeah, I need this, and you buy it, and okay, I need that, oh yeah, and you just keep rationalizing one purchase after another until you've developed this bad habit of just continually, paycheck after paycheck, of just buying thing after thing, product after product, service after service that you just don't need, but you just keep telling yourself, I really, really want that. So then you convince yourself that it's a need, and then that's how you justify going ahead and spending that money on that thing when you really don't need it. It's not a need, it is a want, and you really don't even need it, and it's probably not going to provide much value, in your life, and then you're just going to be looking onto the next thing that you could spend money on. So, like I said, overspending on wants and not needs. So, how do you go about fixing this? It's just really the simplest way that I would say, to fix this, bad habit is just asking yourself, like, is my life going to be better in any type of way whatsoever when I get this thing, or if I buy this thing right now? And just be honest with yourself, like, you don't gotta lie to me or to anybody else, because at the end of the day, this is going to be your financial life that we're talking about here. I mean, you could lie to, me and say, oh yeah, my life's going to be better when I buy these shoes, but it's like, is your life really going to be better after you spend $200 on that pair of shoes? I don't think your life's going to get any better. You could probably buy yourself, a $60 pair of shoes or a $40 pair of shoes, and your life is going to be just about the same as if you bought those $200 pair of shoes. So I would just say spend your money in the areas that's going to provide the best value for you in your life, and that way you're able to keep more of your hard income money, and then be able to, use that all that leftover money that you would have ordinarily spent. You would be able to now have that money to do things that are going to better your financial life. Probably like set it aside in some savings, so then that way later you could ultimately invest. And like I said, if you've already built it up, then you could go ahead and look at, like, some potential types of investments, maybe some real estate investing, maybe some stock market investing, maybe both. I don't know. But if you spend it all, you're not going to be doing either. So let's make sure that we focus on just cutting out overspending on the wants and rationalizing them as needs. Stop rationalizing these purchases that you're making and telling yourself, oh yeah, those are needs, when they're really just wants. So let's just get real with ourselves, cut that out when it comes to that spending, and let's keep more of our hard-earned income. All right, you guys. So the fourth habit, that's keeping you guys poor, it's actually two things in one. It's actually two habits in one, and these two habits are, trying to keep up with, trends of all different types, and also trying to ultimately, live a lifestyle that you simply can't afford. So when it comes to trying to keep up with trends, it can be very easy to get caught up in these trends and feel the pressure to need to keep up with the times, or, the coolest product, or, the coolest car, or the coolest clothes. And you just feel that pressure like, hey, I want to, keep up with those trends. I want to have what everybody else has. I want to, have, the newest clothes, the newest, whatever it is, just constantly trying to keep up with those trends. And I'm just here to tell you that that's a very, very like poor habit, to develop and to keep, because as you're, trying to keep up with every one of these habits, to keep the newest phone, to have the newest, computer, the newest TV, the newest car, the newest clothes, like all of these things, to just constantly try to stay, on top of all of these things, you're gonna spend a lot of money trying to do that. And unless you're a person who just already has like, tons of money, and you're just, a multi-millionaire or multi-billionaire, it's like you probably don't have any business, spending your hard-earned money that you're sacrificing so much of your time, trying to get that money, and then yet you're over here, spending it and giving it away to every company possible, because, you're just trying to just, look like you have it, look like you could afford to, have all these, products and services, and, cars and clothes and different things, and be at all these, fancy places and stuff. And it's like at the end of the day, you can't. You're basically like faking that lifestyle, trying to make yourself out to something that you are not. And it could very easily happen, by going to certain restaurants, trying to live in a certain, city or area, or drive a certain car, and you simply can't afford that. You might, yes, they might have rented you that apartment, but it's taking all of your income that you have, or yeah, you went out ahead and, bought that Tesla car. So they financed it to you. They gave you, that loan for that car, and you're like, cool, I'm keeping up with the trend. I got me a Tesla. Yes, you're driving it, but it's taking all of your money that you have that would have been your free and clear money, but it ain't yours anymore because you got to make that car payment, and yeah, you have the newest phone, and you have the newest computer, and you have the newest TV, but all this, this lifestyle that you're trying to maintain and trying to portray, like you just are, that guy or that girl living that life, is like, I mean, you're paying your whole financial future, you're sacrificing your whole financial future for the today, for the right now, to just say like, look at me, look what I got, and you're never gonna attain any kind of real wealth or build anything up for yourself for your financial future, because you're spending everything you have, right now, trying to just show everyone around you, and even possibly yourself, you just might genuinely want those things, but because you're not just getting one or two of these things, but you're constantly trying to stay up with the trend every single time, the trend changes and there's the new phone, you have to go get it. The new TV, you have to go get it. The new car, you have to go get it. So constantly, you're always adapting and spending, and just you never have a chance to just take a break and keep any of your money for yourself, or and you really are not going to have any money to invest because everybody else is getting your money except you. So how can you build wealth without your money? You cannot. So like I said, when it comes to this area of keeping up with trends and trying to live a lifestyle that you simply can't afford, do not try to impress anybody. Do not try to constantly have every new product and every service, and just be honest and real with yourself. I think you'll be a lot more happier, and you won't carry as much stress. You won't feel as stressed because you'll know that the lifestyle that when you're being real with yourself about the places you choose to live, the places you choose to go eat, things like that, you're gonna be like honest with yourself, like, hey, I know I can afford this because you know what you make, what it's gonna cost to go to those places, and just be real and honest with yourself, and just stay out of those places that is just way beyond your budget and your income level. Just be real with yourself at the end of the day. All right, you guys. So the fifth habit that's keeping you poor is going to be that you're simply not investing. Like, you are not investing at all. And there is not going to be anybody who's going to ultimately build wealth and, really do well financially without investing. It's just not going to happen. I mean, if you know another way, comment that down below. in the comment section, let me know exactly what that is so I can start doing it. Because the only way that I know to do really well with your money and to really build any type of wealth, it's going to require some type of investing. So, like I said, if you know another way, comment that down in the comment section below so I can find out what's up with that. Alright, so when it comes to not investing, I mean, I'm pretty sure if you've developed this habit of not investing, well, then you already know, hey, I don't invest at all. Like I don't have any kind of investing set up whatsoever. I don't have my 401k set up to, do any investing. I don't ever save any of my money, so I don't have any money to invest. You're not signed up with any brokerage account. You don't own any stocks. You don't own any real estate. You don't have any type of investments or assets whatsoever. And this is not a good thing. This is a personal finance channel. That's what I talk about on this channel. That's why I made this video. You don't want to be trying to do well with your money, build wealth, but develop and have the habit of not investing. I mean, that just doesn't, those two things don't go together. So, you know, if you notice that you have this habit and that you don't, you've developed the mindset and you've developed this habit of like not investing, make it a point to start setting aside some money, however small that amount of money it is, whatever you can afford to set aside. Find a brokerage company that you can, set up a brokerage account, get it opened, get your account ready and going, and just, do your research, take your time, look at the stocks or look at the index funds or, whatever it is, whatever type of investing you want to do. If you want to save up, and get started in real estate investing, whatever it is, just find a way to start getting, into some assets and get to investing. Because, like I said, I don't know of any other type of way that you can start to build wealth and just really do well with your money, and invest in your financial future without investing of some time. Like, there really just is no other way around it. Like, you have got to invest. So if you're not investing now, I suggest, really taking a hard look at investing and getting involved with investing. I personally, have physical real estate properties, that I own and I rent out for rental income. And then I also have, I have a brokerage account with E-Trade, and I just happen to use that particular brokerage account. You don't need to use E-Trade. You could use whatever brokerage account makes you happy, and go on, check out the investments that they have, and only invest when you understand exactly what you're investing in. Now, as I'm making this video, I'm not making this video, so you guys can look at this and say, man, I'm making all these mistakes and feel all bad about yourself. Like, that's not the point. And I'm not trying to brag in any kind of way and say, hey, I know all these things. I don't make these mistakes and you guys do. Like, that's not the point of this video. I just want to help you guys by sharing these mistakes that I see that are habits that, people develop over time. And these are the type of habits that will keep you poor. And as you guys watch this video, if you notice like, hey, I have this habit or I had developed that habit, I don't want you to feel ashamed or feel bad about yourself in any way whatsoever. I just think that the best thing you can do is just acknowledge it, see where, we're all humans, see where you made that mistake, what area in particular you're doing wrong, or maybe it's all of them, that's fine. Just see where you're doing wrong and then just do the best that you can to correct it. And if you guys go ahead and like this video, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Be sure to check out either of these two videos that are here on the screen. And don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up button on this video and also subscribe. So that way you'll be notified each and every time I upload a video. I upload videos Monday at 3 o'clock every week. So you don't want to miss a video. So like I said, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you'll never miss a video. Thank you guys so much for watching.